Hey everyone, this is a Mama 911 podcast. I'm your host, Esther Miller-Dillard, creator of Mama 911, where the subjects revolve around perspectives, issues, and solutions for parents who have children on the spectrum. This is our official first podcast, and I thought since it was the holiday season, why not come up with a subject that fits this time of year? Today we're talking about something called a sensitive Santa event. I had no idea what this was until a few weeks ago, and luckily I was introduced to someone who is planning such an event this year. Her name is Katiana Harrison, president of the Tommy Foundation in New York City. She spoke to me by phone. What is sensitive Santa? What is that?
Sensitive Santa is basically like a sensitive, friendly holiday party, at least the way we're going to do it, where we will have it's a holiday party in a sensory safe place. So you'll be around other families that have a child or children with special needs and sensory issues or autism. So there'll be no judgment. We'll have sensory activities. If the child has too much stimulation, we'll have arts and crafts activities. We'll have sensory activities like bouncing on a ball. Sometimes that calms and comforts children with sensory issues. You could play with beans. We'll have an area where if your child has a meltdown, that you could take your child there, and we'll also have assistance actually being provided by Melody of Autism. And they'll be able to assist the parents and help them out with calming their child. And there'll be no judgment. So it'll be a judgment-free, sensory-safe place. No one's going to be, judging you or looking at your child strangely, because everyone is in the same place and everyone, knows.
Right. So for someone else who may not understand, let's say that just coming into this with Sensory Santa, who came up with this idea and why did they come up with it? Was it that they didn't find anything like this, or what was the reason why this came about?
Well, I'm sure there's lots of sensitive Santa events, and the Tommy Foundation out in Lancaster, who we are the New York City chapter of, Suji and Rich Everts are the president and founders of that foundation out in Lancaster, and they started doing the sensitive Santa event out in Lancaster. So I'm modeling it off of them. Mm-hmm. And when you have children with autism or sensory issues, going to places like malls, it's just they get overstimulated sometimes, and it's just a lot of sensory input that sometimes they can't handle. So this is, and a lot of people a lot of parents who have children with autism or sensory issues cannot take their child to a mall to see Santa. Children with autism a lot of times don't understand about staying and waiting on lines. I know my girls do not like waiting on a line and trying to get to things. So this is just a great way for these special needs families to still enjoy the holiday, get a free pick, because you get a free pick with Santa, a free picture with Santa, and get to see their child, enjoying the holiday, and they can enjoy it as a family, but in a sensory safe environment.
Had you found for yourself that when did you first take your child to a sensitive Santa event, and what kind of experience did you have?
Well, I'm very excited because this is actually going to be my girl's first time ever seeing Santa, and our first sensitive Santa event.
Wow.
Event I'm doing. So I am super excited, and I can't wait. Mm. And it's going to be great because it's not going to be like waiting online. It's going to be really flexible. So that's from 3 to 6. If you just want to come in really quick for your pitch, to have your child take their picture with Santa, that's totally fine. Like, it's really flexible. Mm. We'll get you in and out. Mm. If, even in maybe a sensory safe place, a child might still feel overwhelmed and not be able to handle it. So if you want to just be in and out, that's fine. If you want to come and enjoy the activities, while the kids are waiting to see Santa, we're going to have things for them to do. Like I said, sensory activities, arts and crafts, and some goodies. So it's going to be a really great time.
Is there any donation or anything that you have to give at the door, or do you have to sign up or anything?
Absolutely free. It's a free event, and you get a free picture with Santa.
Oh, that's really nice. Really nice. Who's working with you as far as the Santa, or is this the fire department or something like that?
Santa is actually Chris Herbster, and he lives out in Pennsylvania, and he's also the sensitive Santa for the Tommy Foundation out in Lancaster. And he is the grandfather to two granddaughters who have autism. They are on the autism spectrum. So he's the perfect sensitive Santa because he really understands autism and sensory issues, and you can't get a better Santa than that.
Right. I think that in a way, the way I envision it is that the Sensitive Santa event is not only just for the kids, it really is for the parents, right? Would you say that?
Oh, yeah. To be able to see your child enjoying themselves it is for the parents. The children have fun too, but there's nothing like it to see your child enjoying the holidays and enjoying themselves, and the magic of Christmas and Santa, and everything that goes along with it.
Mm-hmm. It's a memory. It's something that you can... Right.
I know one of the parents that RSVP'd to the event. She said that she RSVP'd for her and her little son who has autism, and she said that she has never been able to appropriately celebrate the holidays with her son because of his autism diagnosis. So she was really excited and looking forward to the event.
Wow.
So I really just want all these families to have, an enjoyable holiday experience despite any diagnoses or, sensory issues. We can still all come together and have a nice, sensory safe holiday event.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you even taking the time to talk to me. I figure, this is something that a lot of people would, wouldn't mind helping with or whatever, if they're interested or whatever. If you wanted to put together your own Santa event, is there a special way you should do it, or how would a person go about doing that?
I think if you want to do a sensitive Santa event, definitely getting volunteers and a Santa that understands special needs and sensory issues. You want people who are understanding and patient, to make everything flow better. So that's really and a sensory safe place, that has maybe an area or a room or a different floor if someone's having a meltdown, that they can bring the child or adult, because our events are for adults also with special needs, that so they can calm down and be away from the stimulus.
How can they RSVP? What do they do? What does a person do?
You can RSVP by emailing me, Kat, at TommyFoundation.m4v.
Okay. The Sensitive Santa event is being held at the Church of the Resurrection at 325 East 101st Street in Manhattan. The zip is 10029 on Saturday, December 22nd from 3 to 6 p.m. Again, that is Saturday, December 22nd from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Church of the Resurrection at 325 East 101st Street in Manhattan. Again, if you'd like to come, you need to RSVP Katiana at Kat, that's K-A-T, at TommyFoundation.m4v. And that's going to do it for today's Mama 911 podcast. Have a great day.